Okay, our friends over at ZOYI sent me a couple of their latest products here. I won't spend much time on this one, but this is pretty cool. I haven't owned one of these before. It is a anemometer, which is a device that measures the speed of the wind. So it's got a little fan in there that's a generator. So when you take it out into the breeze, it'll tell you what's going on. So we will turn it on. Takes a couple AA batteries. It also has a temperature and a relative humidity and a BFT. I don't know what BFT is. 0. So anyway, here's our temperature at 23.4, 46% relative humidity, and we have no wind. And you can do units. You can do kilometers per hour, and feet per minute, feet per second, knots, mils per hour, meters per second, kilometers per hour, feet per minute. Yeah, okay. And then you can do area, right? You can do cubic feet per minute, cubic meters per second, cubic meters per meter. I don't know what these things are. Cubic feet per meter. Yeah, you can do velocity, or you can do flow. You can capture min and max, or do a hold. Yeah, it's a pretty nice little unit. So let's take it outside, see if we can measure the wind. So where I live, right about when the sun is setting, we get a breeze. Every night we get a breeze right when the sun is setting. And it has to do with our location to the ocean, and that there's a gap in the mountains. And there's this airflow between the ocean and the valley that flows in and out every day in the morning, every day in the evening. It always goes back and forth. It's our natural air conditioner here, so it keeps it nice and cool in the valley here, Silicon Valley. All right, so this is the ZOYI ZT-FS1. So I like it. So I thought maybe we could get use out of this on the electronics bench. And so let me give you my idea about how to use this on the electronics bench. All right, this is the vise that I solder on, and I have a fan that's just cable tied on. And it's a fume extraction fan. I usually don't have it on when I'm filming because it's noisy, but we are going to turn it on today. Oh, I just spilled something. All right, so I think you can hear that now. So there is wind coming out the backside here. It's sucking and blowing out that way, okay? So we're going to take the device here, and we can see that it's measuring. I think you can see that it's measuring. Make sure all my hands are out of the way. It is measuring speed, and I thought it would be fun or useful. There we go. 5. What is it? 5 knots. 5 knots. I thought maybe this would be useful when you're replacing fans in old instruments, right? They always go noisy. And you're always worried about, is the fan giving you enough airflow? And I thought this might be a good way to test just the airflow of the fan you're replacing and the airflow of the fan that you've purchased. And you might be able to do the cubic feet per minute. Let's see, let's see here, units. Cubic feet per minute, yeah, CFM. So I'm thinking that maybe if you had some type of, let's see, you had some type of maybe 3D printed something or other here, and all right, you hold down this button and you get here to what area you've got. So I guess you can set 1 meter squared is the area you're measuring. So we have, let's see. All right, I think that's too big of an area. It's not giving us a good number, so we will Zero this. Let's go over to tiny little area. There we go, tiny area, meters squared. And we hit this button. That's a backlight. Oh, it's got a backlight. Didn't know that. Backlight. Okay. There we go. Now when I measure, oh, there we go. There we go. So I've got 4 cubic feet per minute. If I, oops. I'm trying to make all the wind go through it. 6, 8, 10 cubic feet per minute. Yeah. So, so you need to tell it, you need to tell it how much air you've got, and then it does the calculation for you. So that's fun. All right, and then the other thing they sent me was one of these AC voltage detectors. I think I've got 2 of them already, and maybe even more than that. Anyway, yeah, several of these in the garage. So it has a blade here, so you stick it in your AC socket, and it'll tell you what's going on. So let's turn it on. It's got some lights on it. So it also tells you what temperature it is. It says it's 75 in the garage. Nice. Low battery indicator. It has a flashlight built in, so you can see what you're doing. Turn that off. And then you can change it from centigrade to Fahrenheit if you are so inclined. But let's see if it actually detects the voltage. It says high, it turns red. Low, it's green. Okay, let's give it a try. All right, I have a power strip here, and you take your device and you shove it in, and it beeps, and it turns red. And if you put it in this one, it does nothing. Okay, so in the US, you have a neutral and you have a hot, neutral and hot, and those go back to the breaker panel. The neutral gets tied to earth ground in your breaker panel. So these two are at the same potential, but this one is the one that is part of the 2-phase coming in the house. And depending on which circuit breaker you've got, you either get one phase or the other. But yeah, this says that we have an active. Okay, I'm going to turn the power off, and we get nothing. I turn the power back on, and yeah, there we go. So it works as you think it would work. All right, just a quick review of the 2 products they sent me. Turn that off. The ZOYI ZT-DB03, the AC voltage detector, and the wind meter. Yeah, let's see if you're full of hot air. I'll measure how much you got. And it is the ZOYI ZT-FS1. There you go.